Well, certainly, although he's coming back in trip, I don't think that's against him. I did say this morning, I think that he's a horse who likes to come late on, and that ought to suit him. He's just getting himself a little bit warm, as he said. It's fairly muggy. But Derek, you're down at the start. What's going on?
Interesting point down here. Allied Forces is absolutely dripping, but Frankie Dettori told me that's normal. Here's the favourite. She looks very cool, Bosra Sham. Looks very cool. Benny the Dip is not Benny the Drip today. He's just like he was before the Derby. Willie Ryan said he came down at the start well. The favourite looks very cool, very cool. Now, she did cause one or two problems at Royal Ascot, and they're hoping that Bosra Sham will go in. By the way, this officially is the best race that's ever been run. Average rating of all the horses here, 124. That makes this officially the best horse race ever run anywhere in the world. Bosra Sham now being helped. Now, they have permission to put the blinds on Bosra. If she causes a problem, she can be a little bit of a madam. She came down very cool, very calm, and she did cause problems before the start at Royal Ascot. These starting stall handlers, the top boys, they're the ones who did it at Royal Ascot and also at the Derby. 3 sets of handlers, North, Midland, South. This is the Southern boy. She's in. We've got 2 to go. Here now is Benny the Dip, Willie Ryan. And finally, you can see this horse, Allied Forces, really sweating up. But Frankie says that's normal. It's dripping underneath the sweat. They're just about all in. 1 to go. This is the 1997 running of the Coral Eclipse. Let's go back to our racecourse commentator, Graham Good.
As Benny the Dip is urged forward into the stalls. Just 1 to go then after this. This will be Allied Forces. Expect the pace to come from Benny the Dip. If nothing else consents to go on, expect Sasuru to be played late. And they kick away over 1.25 miles. And where is the early pace? It's Pilsudski that goes on by about a neck, but Benny the Dip the inside. They're sitting 1 and 2. Bosra Sham is 3rd, Sasuru 4th. Held about the back is Allied Forces as they kick to the first 1/4 mile. And it's Pilsudski on the outside of Benny the Dip. Benny the Dip gains the day now. Goes on by length. Pilsudski in 2nd, Bosra Sham, Sasuru. And the back of the pack is Allied Forces. If anything, he steadied the pace on Benny the Dip. Pilsudski in 2nd. Bosra Sham with the white sleeves sitting in 3rd. The red cap on the outside is Sasuru, and then Allied Forces. And they go through the first 1/2 mile in this Coral Eclipse, the 100th running of this Eclipse Stakes. And it's Benny the Dip, the Vodafone Derby favourite, the Vodafone Derby winner, showing the way to, in 2nd place, Pilsudski. Then Sasuru making ground on the outside of Bosra Sham. And then we've got Allied Forces. So they come down towards the halfway stage and the turn out of the backstretch. Benny the Dip leading. Quite a steady pace. It's going to be a kick to the finish here. Pilsudski in 2nd, and then on the inside we've got Bosra Sham, the inside that is of Sasuru. And Bosra Sham might just be kept in by Sasuru, and Allied Forces has got the whole manoeuvres covered as they make the final turn. Indication as to how narrow the course is at that juncture. At the top of the home straight now, and it's Benny the Dip, Pilsudski, Bosra Sham's on the inside. Sasuru pulling double, Allied Forces played late. They've got 3 furlongs to go, and Bosra Sham is trying to commit next to the rails, but Pilsudski is going as well. He has got no room on Bosra Sham. Has to pull that one wide. Down to the 2 furlong marker now. Pilsudski goes on. Benny the Dip the rail. Bosra Sham in 3rd place and being ridden along. Getting closer now down to the final furlong. The Breeders' Cup winner, Pilsudski in the lead. The Derby winner, Benny the Dip in 2nd. The Champion Stakes winner, Bosra Sham in 3rd. Flat to the boards, making ground, but Pilsudski got first one on them. Pilsudski, here comes Bosra Sham the outside. It's Pilsudski by a length. Bosra Sham is finishing fast at the line. Pilsudski, Bosra Sham, Benny the Dip, Allied Forces, and Sasuru last of all. And so, in a tactical race, Pilsudski has won it in this Polish Precedent horse in the colours of Lord Weinstock, an 11-2 chance. Trained at Newmarket by Michael Stoute, homebred at the Ballymacole stud. Well done to them, the Breeders' Cup and the Coral Eclipse winner now. Mick Kinane has won this for the 2nd time for Michael Stoute. He won it earlier in a few years back with Opera House, and he's certainly got the kick here. 2nd horse home is number 4, Bosra Sham. The judge will call a photo for 2nd place. It's a close call for 2nd. Derby winner, Benny the Dip back in 3rd. So no Nashwan, no Millreef. It's a close call for second place. They've flashed past the post together, but they're a length behind the winner of the Cocotte Eclipse, and that is Pilsudski.
A 5-runner race, and how many times have we seen it? Traffic problems. Willie Ryan just steadied the pace up, and from very early on there was always just that doubt in your mind as to whether Bosra Sham was going to get into trouble. You saw there where the running rail actually dips back in. Willie Ryan perfectly within his rights. He made a straight line from one apex to the other. Kieran Fallon thought that he had enough toe to get up the inside, and he didn't, by which time Pilsudski had already headed for home, head down. Really tough horse. I thought he was just going to run a little bit free early on when he came out of the traps. Mick Kinane got him settled and just gets home, probably a length and a half, something it in the death. But if you back the favourite, Bosra Sham, you've got to be sitting